Fairground up there?
No.
All right.
Oh, kind of rude. One switch.
All right, well, welcome to our first annual spring media day, okay? So we're going to talk a little bit today about the boys volleyball season. You know, Jody, you've been very important part of our success here with the boys. Last year, you're coming off of a state trip. Why don't you give us a little background of last year, and then talk a little bit about the future this year?
Sure. Last year we finished and ended the season 32-8. We did, and were able to get into that Elite 8 and finish in that top 5 in the state, and then nationally ranked 56th. So just looking at last year's team, we are returning 11 players from last year's 15. So we have a lot of leadership with our 8 seniors.
Awesome. So going to the future of this year, what are your hopes and goals? Why don't you take us through a little bit of that?
Yeah, we always want to do better than the previous year, and especially with having the experience that we do with the 11 returners. Our hope is to, one, finish at the top of our conference. Last year we finished 2nd, so hopefully we can earn that #1 spot back. And then going into that postseason with a clear, focused head space, that we are able to, again, return to state and then get past that first round and finish in the Final Four.
Okay, so you've got quite a panel up here. Why don't you take us through each person that's up here and why they're here?
Sure. Well, Andrew Flores over here is our 4-year varsity player. He has been a part of the program, huge asset to our team in our defensive passing abilities and serve receive. And Andrew is our libero.
Awesome.
Okay. Then we have Hunter Vetter, who is also a senior outside hitter. He has been in our program for these 4 years in multiple capacities. He started out that freshman year playing middle, and then was able to transition into that outside starting spot last year as a junior. And then I have my 2 assistant coaches here, Sean Carls and Ryan Denson, both coming in with a lot of experience, head coaching experience. Ryan Denson was a head coach at St. Lawrence, and Sean Carlos was the head boys coach over at Andrew High School.
Okay. So you got quite a bit of experience up here. You sounds like you've got quite a bit of returning starters or athletes on the team that have been there. How can you take us through to get us to stay mentally prepared that nothing is given, everything is earned, and that sense of, you can't look at the past, but you gotta start here, so.
Yeah, I think just having that experience is going to be super helpful for these guys. Kind of calm their nerves a little bit. I think once they step foot onto the court, we have a nice chemistry and core group that they're familiar with each other, which also helps in our connections that we are making. We do have a new setter and new outside kind of filling those roles that were the younger classmen last year. So just learning to connect with our hitters is going to be our #1 priority.
Awesome. Cool. And then, Coach, what would you say, or how has the evolution of the sport influenced your coaching strategies and techniques?
That's a good one. Definitely just increasing volleyball IQ, creating smart shots, learning that the matchup is very important. When we strategize and after scouting and looking at our opponents, being able to set that right lineup so that we can be as successful as possible. And that will just be because at times we are undersized. So being able to find the right lineup that is going to match against those 6'8", 6'9" guys on the other side to work in our favor.
Sure. And then how do you approach building a positive team culture and fostering leadership among your players? What are some ways you like to do that?
We do a lot of team bonding activities. This year, I'm taking the teams to an overnight tournament, just looking to try and, again, have them spend more time together and be a part of something pretty special and unique, and then continue to bond in that aspect. And then just me individually, having individual conversations with all my players, setting clear roles and kind of my expectations for them on the court so that they feel that each one is a part of this team and that they have a clear head of what we need from them this year.
Cool. And then I'll go through you, athlete. I'll start with you, Hunter. Start with a question. Can you describe like a moment or maybe a game you feel like you've grown the most as like an athlete?
Yeah, so it was like high pressure games we played in like the section for the regional finals last year when we played East and Lincoln Way Central. It was a tight game. We were going point for point, and it was like a really like good high intensity matchup, and it's kind of like helps you grow and really calm your nerves like in the more serious games when you're playing in those high intensity matchups and you have like the previous experience.
Cool. And then Andrew, can you just describe a moment where you feel like you've grown the most as a volleyball player?
Yeah, I was probably at state actually first round when the nerves were pretty high up, and you could tell we were all nervous at that point. But once we got to those high plays and intense situations, we kind of cracked down on ourselves and really it's just us versus us at that point. And I kind of had to mentally focus and realize that this is a team sport and I can't do the whole thing, so I had to rely on most of my teammates to also help me through that tough game there, and it just didn't work out our way. But I definitely learned a lot from seeing how my teammates react to those situations and how we can better ourselves if we ever go there again, which we will this year. So
Awesome. And then Hunter, do you have any personal goals set for this season? Is there anything you want to accomplish as a player?
Yeah, I really want to become like all conference player this year and try to earn that all-state mention in the volleyball community.
Cool. And then Andrew, do you have any goals set for the season?
yeah, like I said 2 years ago on one of the interviews we did, win sectionals, of course, then we definitely had a good shot at that. Win regionals like we did, and then hopefully again win sectionals, or conference too. So
Nice.
we should make the state, and we should do good.
Cool. And then Hunter, my last question for you: how do you like to balance with schoolwork and everything you got going on with outside life, with volleyball and everything you got going there?
Yeah, so schoolwork is kind of just like whenever I have the free time to do my homework, if I have like extra time in class, and like my advisor period to try to like, get most of my homework done with that, and like just manage my time. And then volleyball is just like the volleyball time, so you have like those 2 hours after school, 3 to 5, where we're in the gym, we're just locked in at practice, and then after if you have any like extra homework, you got your time to do that when you get home.
Cool. And then Andrew, how do you like to balance it all?
So yeah, no, school's definitely number one priority. So if anything, I have any tests or anything, I'll definitely miss the beginning of practice. And Coach Rigo understands that because she knows a good student makes a good athlete. And going into college, that's what it is too. They prioritize the academics there. So balancing it, it's a difficult challenge, but as you grow as a student, as an athlete, you'll learn. It goes well as you get older. You'll just understand how to work it out.
Cool. Those are all my questions, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, so I got a couple questions. They're going to be some fun ones here. You know, you're not going to get off the hook without that. So, Coach Denson, you came from St. Lawrence, head coach there. You kind of talked to us a little bit about how you calm Jody down, or does she calm you down? Which is
No, I think we kind of play off each other. I've been coaching with Jody for 9 years, Central and here. So we kind of know each other's tendencies. We kind of know when each other's kind of get a little worked up, and she may tell me to calm down a little bit, or I may tell her, hey, let's call a timeout. She likes to get involved in the game a lot, which is great. So we kind of play off each other a lot. I think it's great.
awesome. All right, so Sean, I just heard this, hot off the press. You have a hidden talent. Is that true?
Oh, I don't know. I guess so.
Could you talk to us a little bit about that talent? I heard it's like a little bit of music or singing. What is it?
Yeah, I play piano.
Okay.
Yep.
you play
I've been
piano?
playing piano for maybe, I'd say 15 years.
Really?
Yep, my brother was a musician and he taught me, so
Okay.
I play piano.
So, when you play piano, is it like just for fun or?
Yeah, it's a good stress reliever.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
it. I usually just play to have fun and just enjoy the music. And yeah, we learn new songs all the time. It's really nice, enjoyable.
And you sing?
Occasionally.
Very good.
Occasionally? Very good. Really?
Really.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to ask you to perform.
Maybe during
Yes,
fun
not today,
pictures,
yeah.
right?
Not today maybe, but, you know, if you get us to state,
There has been times in a club, when we were at club tournaments together, that there's been a piano in the hotel lobby, and he has performed.
interesting. There will be a piano
Just showing up somewhere.
showing up somewhere.
Yeah.
That is no doubt.
Good to know.
Good to know. Okay. Andrew, I'm gonna ask a question here, you know. So can you tell me what is one of Coach Frigo's, if you had to, all right, let me rewind here. If you had to, one great memory of Coach Frigo talking to you in realm of volleyball, what would it be?
Probably freshman year. Definitely, that's probably when it was probably the most you might talk to me because I was that little 5 foot, 100-pound kid playing with these 6'4", 6'5", 200-pound kids. So definitely when I was younger, I just kind of had to learn from her, and she kind of showed me the ropes and how to play with these older kids and how to not get in your head and just realize that you are meant to be here, that you deserve a spot on this team. So now prove it. I've done all I can. Now you have to prove on the court that you belong here and prove like that I put you in here for a reason. So that's probably it.
Hunter, you know I'm coming back to you, right? Okay, so can you tell me one fun fact about Coach Frigo? One good moment, coaching moment. How about that? That really sticks out in your mind.
I mean, she's obviously a great coach. She takes us on, like, we were always like team bonding and stuff, so those team bonding moments really helped us grow as a team. And really, like, she's a good coach for that. And, like, she always just promotes, like, teamwork and, like, friendship between everyone, so we're all close.
How about our eggs going to state, or
Through that.
for the going to the
last
sectional?
year, like, we had eggs written on, like, over, like, bad.
The scouting report
bad
written on
yeah.
eggs.
Yeah.
We crushed the Griffin eggs, right?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, all right, I get it now. All right. So you did crush the eggs.
We did.
Absolutely. I remember. It was at Central's gym. And it was hot. But it was a good hot moment, no doubt. So that's always a good thing. All right, Hunter, one thing about Coach Carl's that you really enjoy.
He's really good at, like, giving feedback on, like, where your arm swing's going. Like, he just knows the game really well, so that's always a great thing to have because he knows, like, what's going on. If you're, like, not doing, like, how you should perform, he knows how to, like, help you fix it or, like, help you fix your approach. He helped me with that last year because I was, like, just flipping from my middle to outside position, and I was, like, kind of wonky footed with my timing and everything, and he really helped me dial it in last year.
Awesome. Coach, Mr. Flores, one thing that you can talk to me about Coach Denson that you know about.
The biggest thing I see about Coach Denson is normally when like we're in games on the bench, he keeps a very calm mindset, which definitely helps us out throughout the whole game. He understands how to relax us down and kind of get to the point about volleyball and not bring his anger or anything like that into the game and affect us. So he just really keeps it calm and on to make sure that we also stay focused and not get distracted by him or anything, which I really enjoy.
Do you want to talk about his celebrations on the bench too?
You guys, I'm not gonna you celebrate.
Most of the guys love to rewatch film just to see the celebrations of our coaches on the bench when we get excited for them.
Yes, very animated. I watch. It is, but that's good. It brings a lot of energy out. It sounds like you guys have a really well balanced between the coaching and the athletes, along with some senior leadership and a lot of returning players. So we look good. We look, we look forward to this. I know your schedule is very tough, and that's to prepare you for your postseason. You know, the goal isn't just here; it's long term. And sounds like all of you have that same goal in mind, and hopefully we can reach it. One last question to Flores, okay, before we finish. When you're done with volleyball, is it true you're going to go into the pickleball circuit?
Next question.
Awesome.
So you want next question.
I will say though too, just want to give my team props just of maybe things that they did in the off season, just individually, to kind of help and better their team. I'm really seeing it from tryouts. We have 2 middles that are jumping over 11 feet, and we have everybody else, even including our shortest player here, everyone's jumping over 10. So definitely have seen the work that has been put in to start the season off.
For sure, I felt very small in that gym when I was standing next to you and they were jumping. So there's no doubt. Awesome job. As an athletic department, we are looking forward to this. You know, stay level-minded, straight ahead, let's go. All right, congratulations and good luck. Thank you.